Here we are, we've made it to the end of 2024 and what a massive year it's been. There's been some highlights and of course some lowlights, some personal troubles and of course some amazing moments of, greatness, seeing some of the projects come to life this year. So thank you for watching the channel. We asked for a like, that's all we asked for. You don't have to stop by too long, but we are so grateful when you do. I've been doing this for many, many years. Many of you know I do this as a hobby, and that really started as we go month by month, in January, February and March, running up to the beginning of the season. And of course, all our focus was on Hyperia. And we never really get mentioned, if I'm being perfectly honest. Produced a lot of Hyperia content, and we got a lot of firsts on the Hyperia content where we could get it out quite quickly. I appreciate we weren't on site, and we were getting some real good close-ups as well of Hyperia being built. Many will have known that come rain or shine or snow or whatever it will be, I was traipsing through knee-deep water to get updates. And there are a couple of reasons for this. This isn't just for everyone to share, although I think it's really important for it to be documented, and there have been some amazing creators obviously documented the building of Hyperia. But I am a theme park fan and I enjoy watching these things be built. I've stood for many, many hours down Monk's Walk 3-4 times a week whilst working 50 hours to watch it being built, and it was magnificent. It really, really was, and it was kind of the highlight of the beginning of the year. We also had Nemesis Reborn coming, which was to open first in March. And again, getting, Nemesis was my first real thrill coaster back in 1994, though you may argue Corkscrew, I suppose, Thunder Looper, Vampire might have been, but I think I always classed Nemesis as the what on earth is that coaster when I first saw it when it opened in 1994. So even to see that back was magnificent. It really was magnificent. And January, February, March was all made up to that, and of course the exciting start of the season with new rides and attractions and things coming together. Yeah, just amazing, absolutely amazing. From a personal point of view, April, I lost my mum, and I'm still dealing with that now, to be honest with you. It's Christmas, as I'm sure you've seen, and I certainly don't want to bring anyone down at Christmas and pile on anything else for everyone else. Everyone has it, but it is a real tough time for me. And when we go through some questions as well, my mum was instrumental in me being interested in theme parks. Whether she thought I'd take it to where I took it, it's something different, to be honest with you. I really don't know, but it was very all of a sudden. My birthday just sort of flew past. We did go out, I did still try and cover Hyperia. Kurt, bless him, he went up, got videos when I didn't see it so I could do some voiceovers and things. And certainly April and the beginning of May was a real tough time whilst everyone, was rightfully having fun at theme parks. I wasn't, to be honest with you, I really wasn't. But Hyperia sort of came around, and it's a project that I'd been following. It's a project my mum knew I'd been following, because I remember appearing at her house once, knee deep in water, just covered in mud, and she just looked at me like I was stupid. Rightfully so, to be honest with you, rightfully so she should. And she would definitely have, she loved the theme parks. It was really good, and the build up to Hyperia was amazing, and obviously Thorpe Park did a fantastic job of Hyperia, and it doesn't matter what happened to Hyperia after it opened for a couple of weeks. We were lucky to go on press night, we got a good few rides on it on press night, but Cody and I were back there 6 o'clock on opening day, and we queued 5.5 hours with everyone else for Hyperia, and the atmosphere was incredible. It was so well organised, and just massive plus. Nemesis Reborn, obviously at the time as well, we'd get to rid, and although I don't think it rides quite as well as what I hoped, it's great to see that they haven't just ripped it out and put something generic in there. This was a custom built coaster for this area, and it can be a custom built coaster for many generations to enjoy. It's been the first sort of big step ride for my children as well. The year's gone on, we've had some wonderful visit. Portland's Park in May for their super fans event. I know a lot of people went to it. It was incredible, absolutely incredible, and we got to look around all of the coasters, ask many questions, and document it. The behind the scenes this year that we've done have just been magnificent, absolutely magnificent. And those that follow the channel will know that's what I like. The guys down Funland are brilliant from January right the way through to December in allowing me to go down and see what they're doing, and I just love it. I don't understand it all. I'm not even going to try and pretend I do, but I absolutely love it. I really do. And yeah, continued this year getting one from Vampire as well. We did the Tiger Rock climb. Obviously we did Portland's Park, and they were fantastic. You know, it's a much larger park, allowing you that close to it and feeding it and just seeing what they do is just magnificent. And obviously we documented it all, and I still watch it back now. I just love it, absolutely love it. As the summer comes around, we headed off to Great Yarmouth for our Great Yarmouth trip. It's always great there. I know not everyone likes Pleasurewood Hills. I just think it's a charming little park. I really do. And Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach was just a 4 hours of pure carnage. But fantastic. Cody and I got our first Drayton Manor annual pass to coincide with the opening of Gold Rush, a little coaster that just seemed to sleep its way to opening. What a fantastic ride it is. What a fantastic ride it is. And then of course we move on and we head out of summer to, you know, various events and things. I don't think the events across the country were very strong this year in terms of Oktoberfest and some of the summer ones. I didn't think any of them were particularly strong, but obviously Fright Nights is, and Halloween is generally quite strong across the country. We've enjoyed a lot of that before heading out to Florida to enjoy Walt Disney World. And I know it never does very well on our channel, but again, it's just memories, absolute memories. And then we head again for some more behind the scenes. We've done some amazing light trails, silly as it sounds, but they are just so relaxing and so calm to do. Of course, and then we've had some behind the scenes as well. And as I said, Funland have been excellent to me and allowing me to go down there and seeing what's going on. But yeah, a huge thank you. That's really all I can say. You know, I can go around the bushes and everything else and beg you to do things. I'm just grateful that you stopped by at any point, whether it be once, whether it be twice, whether you're stopping by for the very first time. Thank you. It means a lot. It really does. Whether you like me or not, just stopping by is brilliant. Now, we did get a few questions as well, so I'm going to go through a few questions which I got asked on a post we put on YouTube. I didn't really push it, to be honest, but as we got asked some, I will answer some. Jack Thursby, how did you get into theme parks? Who took you to your first park, and what rides did you find intimidating? So then this goes back. My mum took me to my first park. We would always go down to Hayling Island or Littlehampton, which is Harbour Park. I can't remember if it was called Harbour Park then. I'm guessing it was, to be honest with you. It was quite a long time ago. And I lived in Surrey, so I didn't live on the south coast. So now I live in Portsmouth. You know, I'm quite close to these places. And yeah, that was it. It just get me hooked. We'd go down, my sister and I would go to fairs. It was Coles Fairs local to Godalming, and they used to have the octopus and the rocker plane and all the real classic rides that we just used to absolutely love. I think the first big park I went to was Chesington, World of Adventures. Anyone that follows the channel knows it is my favourite park, full stop. Always will be, doesn't matter what they do. I've got a lot of time for Chesington World of Adventures, always have, and that's because that's the park I grew up on. You know, early trips to Fort Park and Alton Towers. So when I look at what rides have or do I find intimidating, back then it was Nemesis. You know, I was all right getting on Vampire. I thought, that looks quite cool the way it swings, and it was quite violent, the original Vampire, granted, but I was all right with it. But Nemesis was a different ballpark. Even though I'd been on Thunder Looper and I'd been on Corkscrew, and they took you upside down, and there weren't many in the country that did that. Nemesis it was a real what moment when I saw it, and I had to be dragged on that by my sister. I'm glad, and I tell her now, and she knows it. I'm so pleased that she did drag me on it. In terms of these days, there's not a lot that intimidates me, to be honest. Drop towers slightly, but that's because I've got neck problems. So I used to be able to ride drop towers over and over and over, whereas now I kind of have to brace myself and get in a certain position. But last time I went out, I did Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens, because I hadn't done it. It was closed first time I went, and yeah, that was terrifying. That was absolutely terrifying, to be honest with you. What is your favourite family thrill coaster? It's got to be Vampire, believe it or not. However, a lot of love for 13 and a lot of love for Gold Rush. I think Gold Rush is an incredible family coaster, especially with two settings that act and behave very, very differently. Vampire will always be my first love for that, but I think if you were looking at one that's specifically designed to be family, for me, it's actually Gold Rush. Plans for next year. I want to get out to Epic Universe at the end of the year, 100%. It's in my head, and that's what I want to do. So what am I looking forward to next year park-wise? We don't have a lot coming next year. I think it's fair to say that we don't have a lot coming, to be honest with you. So I'm going to say Epic Universe is what I'm looking forward to. If I need to pick a UK park, I just can't wait for them to open again and get back out, to be honest with you, and see how everything's running. And I'm hoping they have a slightly better year. Some of them didn't have a very good year. Next question from Kelly. Am I hoping to get back out to Florida next year? Yes, I'm hoping to get out to New Universal. Kurt is going twice. He's going in May before it opens to go to Walt Disney World because he's never been. He's always done Universal, and he's going back to do Epic Universe and Universal at the end of the year. So he is 100% going. So we will feature something on the channel for it, even if I don't get there myself. What my opinion, Stealth at Thorpe Park. It's one of my favourites for nearly 6 years. Would you see a repaint of Stealth happening anytime soon? Stealth is one of my favourite coasters. The launch on Stealth for me is still absolute pinnacle thrill. Absolute pinnacle. I think it's hugely underrated. I don't know if it needs a repaint, to be honest with you. I think where it's white and it kind of blends in with the sky, I think they can probably get away with that for a few years. I just hope that they keep it, and I hope they keep the hydraulics going as well. Do I think Chessington will retrack Vampire or retheme it in the near future? I think one thing that Chessington have managed to show is that opening a new coaster after all these years, a massive B&M, world's first of its type, and the theme to Jumanji, Vampire is still the most popular roller coaster in the park. They think from the behind the scenes that it's got another 5 years before they even need to review it. Personally, I think they'd have to retrack it. I can't see any other option than to take it out. I don't think the Minecraft coaster that's coming is going to take away the pure thrill of a coaster, which Vampire gives. Do you think the zoo will be at Chessington in 5 to 10 years? No, sadly. I really hope it is. I hope I'm proven wrong on that, and I hope they go the world-class route. But no, I don't think it is. Do Kurt or Cody have YouTube channels? Are they considering doing them? They don't have them. No. Are they considering doing them? I don't know. I'll ask them. I'll ask them next time. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll ask them. And good old Emma's, best high and low of the year. The best high was I was queuing for Hyperia on opening day. Not even the press night. The opening day Hyperia high was incredible. Absolutely love it. And low, it is personal. Loss of my mum. I can't take that away. Yeah, it's been a year. But I look forward to 2025. I might even pop up a live stream, unbelievably, over the next few days. Don't hold me on it, because I keep promising it and it never happens. But again, please drop us a like. It's absolutely free. It helps us so much against the YouTube algorithm. We don't shoot to the sky. I can't dedicate as much time to channels I'd like to, but I do like to bring as much as I can to you guys that support me throughout the year. So thank you very much for your support in 2024, and we will see you in 2025.